Everyone, I'm Liz Bahr. I'm an occupational therapist from the United States, and the title of my Ignite talk today is Arts and Medicine Advocacy for Community Wellness. I want to start the talk today with a scene from my childhood. Picture this, a kitchen floor covered in newspaper, a little girl with paint on her fingers, creating her world on paper while her mom works nearby. That little girl was me. Growing up in the Northeast of the United States, I was the first in my family to achieve both a bachelor's and graduate degrees. Art has always been my consolation, as well as my curiosity. Especially during my most difficult days, I found companionship in dancing, drawing, making, and creating little pop-up books. In those quiet moments of creation, I found my voice, a voice that I often struggle to use as a person with stress, anxiety, and burnout. Art became my sanctuary and my way of communicating without words. As I ventured into young adulthood, my mom and I embarked on a project that was close to our hearts, raising awareness of cancer and supporting young women in our community. This was my first real step into my role as a health advocate, where I learned about the impact of collective action and the importance of health equity. Faced with the crossroads between art and science, I chose a path that allowed me to explore both, occupational therapy, which is known as both an art and a science in the healthcare field. My journey took me from a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology to a Master of Science in Occupational Therapy at New York University, while also taking art therapy courses and completing a fellowship that focused on accessibility for older adult artists. The duality between art and science became the foundation of my work as a clinician. I eventually received my doctorate from Boston University and focused my doctoral project on training and teaching occupational therapists how to advocate for others as global citizens. This entailed thinking globally but acting locally. Today, as an occupational therapist, multimedia artist, a health writer, and a fiction author, I stand at the meeting of art and healing, championing the cause of health equity. Through my work, from dozens of research articles to the hands-on mentorship of students, I advocate for art's necessary role in both wellness and healing. As I continue on with my academic journey, which is currently a Master's of Arts in Creative Writing at Harvard Extension, I am always reminded of the power of story. Like the great poet and Jungian analyst Clarissa Pinkola Estes says, ours is not the task of fixing the entire world all at once, but stretching out to mend the part of the world that is within our reach. One of the most calming and powerful actions you can take is to intervene in a stormy world, is to stand up and show your soul. Soul on decks shines like gold in dark times. The light of the soul throws sparks. It can send up flares, build signal fires, causing proper matters to catch fire. I thank you all, my fellow advocates, artists, healers, therapists, and dreamers for joining me in this collective journey in the Global Arts and Medicine Fellowship. I'm looking forward to collaborating, learning from one another, and creating a world where everyone has a voice and art is given its meaningful place in health. Thank you.